All right. Welcome in. Welcome to the live this morning, guys. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Happy Sunday morning. We're coming here June 15th, Sunday morning, 6:15 a.m. There's my alert that the video just came live on my phone. I forget to silence it. Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday morning. We are going to get into USDC now live on the XRP Ledger and what that means for Circle and what that means potentially for Circle and for Ripple and XRP. Nothing on the channel's financial advice. Please tap like and subscribe. If you're enjoying what we're pushing out for content and our consistency and the value that we're giving you, if there is any value. All right, let me see. Let's pull us up for today. Let's see. All right, let's hit the live and let's see. This is, it won't pull it up. That's weird. Here, hang on. Sorry, guys. I got to be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not going to pull it up. Okay. All right. I'll have to have my people make sure that we're coming across okay. I'm sure we are. Let's go ahead today now and get into, before we get into today's topic, which is USDC running live on XRP, the XRP Ledger. Let's quickly go ahead and get to some coin market cap. We'll also open Caleb as well, because do not forget Caleb and Brown, your one-stop concierge service for crypto brokerage. You get your own crypto broker. They do not commingle funds. They keep funds separate. Your funds are kept safe with Fireblocks institutional grade custody. You, like I said, have a broker 24/7. Running over all the fine points of Caleb and Brown and why someone may want to consider using Caleb and Brown. I use them. My wife and I use Caleb, and we've been using Caleb and Brown for over a year now, and are simply thrilled. Excuse me. We really are. They're just great, awesome people over there. Talked to a few different individuals, but we have our broker, and they're all super kind and super intelligent over there, and completely on the ball, and boy, I feel comfortable. They know about crypto. They're not just sitting there as, some talking heads. I've discussed crypto with them. They know their stuff. It's pretty cool. I think it makes me feel more comfortable. They're in Australia, which is fine, because their financial regulations are as stringent, if not more stringent, than the United States. So they play ball nicely. And when you want to off-ramp a lot of money, you can. At one time, right? You set it up with your bank. You want to off-ramp $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, you can do it. Try to do that on the other exchanges. You got a day or two or three, sometimes when, or hours when these things are at their all-time highs, at their heights. Now, I know you're never going to catch the top, but geez, when you see what you think is the top at that time, don't you want to grab it? Yes. Real talk. Common sense here. Let's go ahead and get into the markets real quick so we can get into today's topic. 3.27 trill for the crypto market. Let me just get back here and make sure before we go jumping too far on that I am actually running my equipment properly, and I am. Okay, 3.27 trill, and the fear and greed is dead even at a 50. Excuse me, we have Bitcoin at 105,185 today, flat on the 1 hour almost, and almost flat on the day, down just a little more than 0.5%. On the 7-day, Ethereum, I don't give a shit about you. XRP, it's so funny because this is the part, if you guys watch my live streams, you'll see, this is the part because I could run through the coin market cap each day. I get the Bitcoin. It's like, okay, and I hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Truth be known, nothing on the channel's financial advice. Tap like and subscribe, please. Yeah, when I get to Ethereum, I start waking up with the cast and get much better because my brain turns on because I get so fucking pissed off. And I start swearing too. I'm sorry. I don't want to start swearing. I really don't. I'm not going to start cussing a lot on this episode. Yeah, Ethereum's a little cheater. I don't like cheaters. Not a big fan of cheaters. I work hard to not cheat. So when others cheat and I'm playing fairly, and especially if they gain an advantage, I don't like that. That makes me a little aggravated, wouldn't it? $2.16 for an XRP. Looking at 4.22% down on the week. That's okay. A little less than 0.5% down on the day for the old XRP. Stellar Lumens coming in at XLM coming in at 25 cents. XLM at 25 cents, and there's a lot more we can go over, but why? Why would you? You got Ondo Finance at 78 cents. Noteworthy. Tokenizing gold. BlackRock's using the tokenized gold on the XRP Ledger. Pretty sure. Check me. Pretty sure. Full screen. Hi. Here's what the dilly is. This morning, our news today with Circle. USDC running on the XRP Ledger. It's part of Ripple's expansion to more efficient, scalable blockchains. We remember that if that information was true recently, that Ripple tried to acquire USDC Circle for whatever billion, and I guess that it didn't insult them. Supposedly they did that. They offered it. Supposedly they said no, too low. Supposedly Ripple offered a little more. I don't know if that was all shenanigans or not. Bottom line is, isn't it interesting that Circle, that actually Ripple actually minted like 30% of Circle's USDC at one point, Brad said in an interview. But I'm interested to see the connection between Circle and Ripple XRP. So let's keep diving in further. So Circle wants more efficient, scalable blockchains, right? Because Circle wants to run its stablecoin on as many awesome blockchains as it can in the world. XRP's ledger speed, low fees, and native decentralized exchange make it ideal for stablecoin transactions. XRP's not centralized. Not decentralized. Yes. Yeah. A native decentralized DEX. Yeah. USDC is now available across 15 chains. But XRPL is one of the few that offers built-in tokenization and compliance support, unlike the others. Curious. And I knew at one time. But I want to know... here, let's see. I'm curious to know... Hang on one sec, guys. What are the chains... that USDC runs on? What are the chains USDC runs on? Let's see. Hang on, guys. Let's see. What are the... Let me just make it more clear for it. Oh, okay. USDC lives natively on 10 blockchains: Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Tron, Algorand, Stellar Flow, Hedera, Base, and Optimism. Now the XRPL. With more native integrations expected this year and beyond. USDC has also been bridged to Polygon Phantom, which is Solana's wallet, which my nephew works for. That's pretty fun. Must be a fun job. Near Arbitrum and the Cosmos ecosystem as well, and many more emerging blockchains. Earn rewards by holding USDC on Coinbase. And I think, here, let's see. Okay, we're going to say good for it and good for that. We are good with all that. Hold on one sec, guys. I am going to quickly get this locked and loaded for us because we are going to need to get into that next. And we shall. Let me make sure I am still on full screen, which I am, but I'm not looking at my people. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, here's the deal. They sit across 15 blockchains, but I only saw 10. I don't know. What does this mean for Ripple and Circle? Okay, and their connection. Circle's move validates Ripple's tech, of course. We know that. We already knew that anyway. We already knew that Jeremy Lair and Brad are what's the word I'm looking for? Our buddies in the crypto space with respective awesome companies that perform different functions and are very well respected companies and very well respected CEOs between Brad and Jeremy. Circle's move validates Ripple's tech, of course, for institutional grade finance. It's a big deal for Ripple's CBDC, which I can't stand, and stablecoin ambitions. Shows they can coexist and collaborate with other major players. Yeah, one thing I don't like about Ripple and XRP is this stablecoin shit. It is what it is. The CBDC. It is what it is. I mean, a stablecoin is a CBDC. I get it. But the thing is that I don't like it controlling CBDC. I just don't. But it does show they can collaborate together with other major players, So it could signal a future integration of Circle's APIs or treasury services into RippleNet. We'll have to see. I mean, that'd be a huge move, actually. Application programming interfaces, APIs. Opens the door for interoperable finance. So think real-time settlement between USDC and XRP in DeFi. That's freaking crazy shit. I would like to see real-time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Remittances, RTGS remittances, real-time gross settlements, and even CBDC corridors, which, again, I don't like. While this matters long-term, why would it? It does strengthen the XRP Ledger's positioning as a neutral payments infrastructure for sure. Yeah, right. Not a siloed thing like just Ripple playing by itself, USDC and XRPL means developers can now build apps, wallets, and payment rails. That's freaking huge, using the world's second biggest stablecoin right on top of the XRPL. Now, yeah, see, I'm trying to think about the relationship between XRP and the XRPL and excuse me, and RLUSD. Because there is a choice to use USDC rather than RLUSD to be doing this by Ripple. And why? It's established in the world already. This could help onboard banks and fintechs who prefer USDC, but want XRPL speed and compliance tooling, and that makes sense. Yep, let me read that one again. That's important. It could help onboard banks and fintechs who prefer USDC but want XRPL speed and compliance tooling, right? That answers my question, basically. And that's what I kind of thought it was. They want to use USDC, fine. It's been established. It's in the world. Who cares? You don't want to use, you didn't hurt my feelings. You don't want to use RLUSD. RLUSD will gain its traction in the world. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And when it does, it will continue to be making XRP more popular, more used, and just a little bit more scarce, contrary to popular talk. Know your stuff, people. Do your research. Search again. Means to do that shit again. So search again when you think you know, including me. Oh, case in point, I've been driving my truck the wrong way ever since I bought it for years. What a jackass. I have been parroting. I have been a victim. Well, I mean, what am I going to do? I bought the truck. A guy told me, yes, you can drive it in all-wheel drive all the time. Even on drive payment, it's fine. Like, always keep it in all-wheel. That way you encounter rain, you're all good to go. Or some, gravel road or something, right? You get some slippage. Okay, good. Okay. You drive the whole way. I asked AI yesterday. I said, no. You want to drive on driveways, of course, in two-wheel drive all the time. If you will engage some transfer case or whatever, some components of the four-wheel drive system. When you do that on drive payment, it'll start wearing components. I've been driving my truck the wrong way this whole time because nice moth flying in our scene. I've been listening. Why wouldn't I? I listened to the guy. I bought my truck from. Why wouldn't I? Brand new. Why wouldn't I? That was wrong. I should have checked myself. And I wondered, too, when I did that. And I remember sitting there in the truck and asking this guy. He was a really nice guy. And I remember asking him, do I put it in whip or all-wheel when I drive regular on the road? And he said, all-wheel. I remember asking, and he said, oh, no, that's fine. You're not going to do anything to it. I never checked. He was not correct. I listened to the person who sold me the car, the salesperson. I parroted him, and I did not research and look again. I did not search again, research. And boy, I've been driving my truck wrong the entire time and hurting it. Everybody does it. We all do it. I try to not do it anymore with as many things in my life as I can. When I get into something new, I rip the shit out of it, so I can protect myself and do super well at whatever I'm endeavoring to do without this big ego either. Might even boost XRPL's utility as the bridge asset in future USDC-XRP-CBDC swaps across borders. I don't like the CBDC thing. I don't know. I want to get into more on this. Let's see. Let me get... And I'm supposed to... Okay. Well, it finally came through. I finally can see. It finally came through. All right. Let's get into some news. Because I'm curious to see what the talking heads are digesting and spitting back out at us as their opinion on a Sunday morning. Let's see what these little knuckleheads have to say. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Okay, now available on XRPL. USDC now available on the XRPL. We have a lovely little article here this morning coming to us from a couple days ago, which is fine. New enough. USDC on the XRPL Live. We're excited to announce that I didn't read that properly. USDC on the XRPL is now live. We're excited to announce that USDC is the world's largest regulated stablecoin. Blow off top. Is now available on the XRPL mainnet and accessible to developers. Here's where I get exciting and make sure I should have been the whole time, but it's Sunday and it's early here. And I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. And accessible to developers, institutions, and using no bridging required. Circle Mint and stop doing that with your little... Circle Mint and Circle API's application programming interfaces now fully support USDC on the XRPL, making it easy to access USDC liquidity and benefit from the XRPL's fast and secure network. Sorry, I always pause like that. I'm thinking about what all of it means. I'm processing in my mind, so I get silent. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy shit. Do you guys get this shit? Do you get it? Do you see what's getting ready to happen? Not financial advice. Do you get it? The XRPL is a decentralized layer 1 blockchain. Wait, hang on. Pause. Break. Sidetrack. Bitcoin maxis.
XRPL is centralized. It's not decentralized.
Yes, it is. Designed for the efficient tokenization and exchange of value, including both crypto and real-world assets. A community of developers, validators, and companies, including the XRPL Foundation, XRPL Labs, XRPL Commons, and Ripple, maintain, improve, and build on the XRPL. Since its launch in 2012, the XRPL has processed over 3.3 billion transactions across a wide range of use cases and industries. And where in the hell was I in 2012 when the XRP Ledger was created? And how come I didn't freaking know about it? Is what I keep asking myself. And I remember exactly what I was doing in 2012. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck are you doing, Frank, you dummy? Man, get eyes on shit early. The only way to do that is to search again. Research. I don't have time. I'm busy. I got a lot going on. I don't have time for that. I don't understand. Don't need to be crypto. Find anything. Find anything to further yourself. Find out about something early in the never financial advice. Find out about something early in the world. Definitely never financial advice. I like to find out about something early in the world. Once I wisened up and smartened up, I said, oh, what if I invest in that, I hold on it until the world sees the value that it actually has that I saw way early. Its price goes up. When it does, people start coming in and say, I want to buy that thing. But I've already bought a shit ton of it way early. Is then when they come in and start buying, I say, driving the price up, I say I start selling. This is education. This is not financial advice. You don't do anything I'm saying with your money. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and it will only ever be that. And this channel only ever was that. And everybody who ever watches our channel knows that it is called Crypto Info, not crypto investing, not crypto I'm telling you what to do with your money and so forth. You do whatever the hell you want. Now that shit's out of the way. And by the way, YouTube is not responsible either, and neither is this channel. By the way, for your financial decisions. This is for educational and research and entertainment, sometimes purposes only. So, guys, come on. Just, that's what this channel's for. It's for me to help wake people up the way I had to. Well, some people helped to wake me up, but I woke myself up, right? We all wake ourselves up. Wake the hell up. I'm not insulting by saying that, because I wasn't woken, and I'm not woken up to certain levels. It's all levels and degrees, right? I can wake up further. There's things I'm not woken up to. I'm trying to help you to wake up to certain things, perhaps, that you may not have been seeing, particularly for the newcomers to the world of crypto. Those who have been in this space for a while, take a breath, Frank. I already know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get back to this. Payments, cross-border remittances, RTGS, real-time gross settlements. They're not saying that I am. I guess they are. Facilitate real-time global payments and remittances, or what we called RTGS, or real-time gross settlements, right? Provide a seamless experience for businesses and consumers. And just for newcomers, well, let's get through this before I keep sidetracking. It's annoying. DeFi and financial services build decentralized financial apps and products, including trading, swaps, and credit services. On-ramping and off-ramps enable easy access to USDC from fiat currencies with low fees, powering smoother on-ramping experiences for new users, which is freaking crucial, because if that don't happen, they're out. Right? Like if I start this cast or whatever, each one, and somebody comes on, sees it the first time, and I'm being some slow, dumb jackass, and I'm just like not getting the show started and stuff, they'd be like, I'm not watching this asshole. This guy sucks. They got to tune out. That's why when we write news articles and things, right, or press releases, we include the meat of what we're saying immediately, because that attention has to be grabbed or people will tune out immediately. So this is very interesting. Yeah, businesses can readily access on-off ramps for converting fiat currency to USDC on the XRPL by applying for a Circle Mint account. Individuals and small institutions can access USDC through a network of providers and can visit USDC.com to learn more. Boy, are they making it easy for you, because I know you hop on there, you can just get connected right away. These DeFi things are fun. I've dabbled in a few. I play above water with crypto. That's me. The KYC thing, the know your customer. I'm visible. It's fine what people want to do. People like to use VPNs and hide where they're coming from, which is fine. You can do that. And use DeFi to play around with crypto, and you could do that. I don't happen to do that, but for just a tiny bit, I kind of dabble, and I want to know how, what it is for me is I it's funny. I'm like, why do you do that, Frank? How come you don't? It's because it's not really of great interest to me. I like to be an above board kind of guy, pay taxes properly and things like that. I don't like to take chances and mess around. With me, I'll tell you that when it comes to this, I don't mess around. I'm really serious about it. I'm really serious about not, I don't know, doing like Heidi kind of VPN behind the scenes, like kind of crypto stuff. I just have my stuff where the powers that be can see what I do, what I have, what I'm paying taxes on, what I need to, if I have a taxable event with it. Never financial advice, but I suggest all of you do the proper thing with crypto and stay above water as far as taxes go and things. It's fine. DEXs are fine to use. And by the way, to get to my point, I realized, why don't you really mess around with it, Frank? Because I like to stay above water. But why did you, though? Why did you mess around with it, Frank? And I'm asking myself, I'm like, oh, yeah, because you need to know how all of it worked and everything. Like, I have 8 different wallets because I needed to know how all of them worked. And boy, did I struggle with some of them. And truth be known, not this big crypto crazy expert. This takes some pain, man. I had to go back to a couple of the wallets. One of them I went back like 5, 6, 7 times, literally over the course of a few weeks, because I could not make it happen. And I'm like, I'm not giving up, and I didn't give up, and I'm relentless, a relentless learner and doer and researcher. This is what I encourage folks to do: is to be a relentless researcher. You will thank yourself, oh boy, these last 5 years of my learning finance and how I'm thanking myself, and I know I will be thanking myself in 5 to 10 years with my increase in wealth. Never financial advice. This is me personally. We all might want to wake up and find out about that thing that's, whipping everyone around, all the humans around like a wet dish rag, that thing called finance that no one wants to be a lot of people do not want to be honest about, including me. Until about 5 years ago, I finally got honest about it. But yeah, we go about our life being whipped around by a few things, some major cornerstones of life. Health is, of course, one. Relationships, finance is another. These are key cornerstones of life that govern how well we live and happily we live our life. And then, of course, how well and happily we affect all the cells on the planet, which are all the cells in the huge human body called all the humans on the planet. We want to be nice to our brothers and sisters, our fellow cells, don't we? Because the cells are part of us too and need to play well. That would be like me chopping off my own arm. Dumb. Let's be nice to people and our brothers and sisters when we can, because they are fellow cells in the huge human body. I love doing this shit. This is great. I hope it's not too annoying that I interweave spiritual realities that I see with finance. Developers can experiment with funds flows in their XRPL apps by getting free testnet USDC from Circle's Faucet. I want to see what that is. Interesting. Circle's Faucet, testnet Faucet. You've got USDC and Euro, digital Euro. Ethereum support. Interesting is this. Oh, the players. And we see the players. This is, yeah. Cheater. Just kidding. But seriously, come on. Ethereum is the first. No, I don't think so. Why? Because if it's alphabetized, then we should see Algorand as the first. Yes, we should. And then Aptos. And then we should see Arbitrum, and then Avalanche, and then Base. Should we not? Why is Ethereum listed default as the first one? You fucking cheaters. I am so sick of Ethereum. Oh boy, remember you're supposed to be nice. I just said be nice and just all this. See the balance I like to keep? Then you got to tweak out a little bit. Make sure you keep the balance, Okay, this is interesting. Send testnet USDC and digital euro to your wallet to experiment with fund flows in your app or smart contracts for free. That's fucking so cool. Man, crypto's so freaking cool. So fun. You can just do this shit. It comes right off an article. I mean, just how fun. Anyway, developers can experiment with fund flows in their XRPL apps by getting a free testnet USDC from Circle's Faucet that we just took a very, very superficial little peek at. Or start building with USDC on the XRPL with our developer docs. USDC is an open source, permissionless protocol that anyone can build on. To be permissionless and open is monstrous because now the world can play ball in your sandbox and you're not a siloed, walled garden situation, playing in a sandbox by yourself, not including the rest of the world. I hate when it does this. I feel like it's doing some weird, trying to figure me out shit. I can't stand when it does that shit, but it's not. See, it's just processing more info as I scroll up the page, and if I go down, it reduces. So don't be a conspiracy weirdo, Frank. Algorithm. For a blockchain, USDC mainnet address is listed. Aptos, they're all listed. I love it. I love that they're all listed. We're not going to go clicking on them. I love that you can see. Okay. Now, that's that. It's not that. That's that piece. Let's see what this says. Let's see what Coin World says concerning this. And this had come out just a couple of days ago. Official. Sorry. Let me jump back here, guys. Sorry. Whoops. Yeah, let me jump back. Yeah, thank you. Hello in the chat. Thanks, Marnie. Yep. We're trying. We're hoping we get some more people jump in the chat here on a lovely... Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day on a lovely Father's Day Sunday morning. And, why don't we jump back to our screen share real quick here. Whoops. And get this article rocking. Circle has officially launched its USDC coin, its USDC stablecoin, on the XRPL, the XRP Ledger's mainnet. This move allows for native support for USDC without the need for third-party tools or bridges. You ever notice when somebody does that, when they say that word, it's the first letter of the following word that gets put into that place. So if I'm going to say third party, what the mind does, if you notice each time, third party tools, instead my mind is jumping ahead and reading, or anybody's mind, and they're seeing that T and they put it in place of the P. So third party tools. And if it was pools, third party pools, I would have probably just said it correctly and said third party pools. Boy, I'm wacky. And fun to me, not you. It's not for you. Takeaway sale. It's for me, not you. The fun. Only I get to have it. This move allows for native support for USDC without the need for third-party tools or bridges, enabling developers and users to access high-speed, secure transactions directly on XRPL using USDC. This expansion is part of Circle's broader multi-chain strategy to increase USDC's accessibility. After its launches on World Chain, not a fan of World Chain, and Sonic, that's okay. Go check out what World Chain is. Pretty sure it's WorldCoin on World Chain. If it is, I don't care for it. And that's my opinion. XRPL becomes the 20. You find out for yourself why I don't care for it. But XRPL, if it's true, that's the one they're grabbing identity and they're grabbing all kinds of stuff. Oh, but it's weird and creepy. XRPL becomes the 22nd blockchain to support USDC. The integration enables seamless liquidity paths across blockchain ecosystems. Now, Circle selected the XRP Ledger due to its trusted infrastructure and quick settlement capabilities, because we're looking for our TGS, real-time gross settlements, for money here. The Ledger supports fast and cost-effective transactions, making it ideal for USDC's operations. The native launch eliminates it's a native launch. It eliminates cross-border barriers and enables efficient app development. Right there on the native XRP Ledger. USDC is now live in the XRP Ledger, providing support for the world's largest regulated stablecoin. This development allows projects to issue, transfer, and use USDC without relying on any external chains, reducing both transaction risk and operational complexity. Businesses now gain better liquidity access within XRPL's environment. Oh, this smoothens up the old XRPL. USDCs. We're looking for liquidity and smooth flowing of money all the time. In the world of finance, it is liquidity that matters. Other things matter as well, but what matters most above all, and where finance fails, is if we don't have smooth flowing transactions and nice liquidity. USDC's integration marks a notable milestone for XRPL's cross-chain capabilities. The network's enhanced support for stablecoins strengthens its appeal to enterprises and developers. With this launch, Circle builds its ongoing efforts to expand USDC utility. Ondo Finance has launched its tokenized U.S. Treasury product, OUSG, on the XRP Ledger as well. The expansion follows previous developments on that Ethereum chain, Polygon, and Solana. No ER at the end, it's Solana. Thank you, Raul. Thank you, Mr. Raul. This move gives institutional investor. I wonder if Raul's going to correct that. I love that guy. He's awesome. I love you, Raul, Paul. I love to kind of joke around about people and shit. And you're one of my favorites because, boy, are you a prolific character. You're very interesting. You're very knowledgeable. And, boy, are you a freaking financial genius with experience under your belt. You're very interesting. And I love to joke about the way you say Solana and Banana Zone instead of Solana and Banana Zone. It's an A, not an ER, my good sir. I love you. Please correct. Thank you. I wonder if you will moving forward. Ondo Finance, or you will be strong-minded and say, I am who I am. Who's this little shit who just learned finance trying to tell me? I don't think he's like that. He might be. He might be an ego son bitch. I don't think you are, Raul. I think you're actually pretty cool. And yeah, that's my take. That's my guess. I want to believe you're a cool, grounded, humble dude who says Solana and Banana Zone. Ondo Finance has launched its tokenized U.S. Treasury product, OUSG on the ledger. Holy sheep shit. I already read that because you're trying to be a funny guy and you're screwing up. The integration enables direct subscriptions and redemptions using Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. Really? Now you can use RLUSD. Increasing efficiency. All right. Now, this is what I did not understand, and I don't know if you guys understand. Where the fuck does RLUSD come into this whole picture? Okay, so the integration enables direct subscriptions and redemptions using Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. We're gleaning something new because we searched again, which is what means. It means do it again. Thereby, the meaning of the word research, a little word etymology this morning. The integration, we're reading it again. Let's read it again. The integration enables direct subscriptions and redemptions. So, of course, you need to know what the hell subscriptions or redemptions are in order to understand this. And I'm trying to work out in my tiny little squirrel brain what that could mean. Hang on one sec, because here I am live doing my research again with you live and what I need to look at again. Let me go check that out and I will get back to you all. Yeah, I will. Subscriptions and redemptions. And if you know, go ahead and shout it out when you know the answers in the comments. If you do. But I'm sure you won't, because the channel just started and nobody in the world is even watching us. But that doesn't matter. They say prepare yourself for an opportunity that may come to you and be awesome and be ready and do a lot of work, even though nothing is really happening. And that's how it is to create a YouTube channel. And if you are consistent over a long period of time and keep pushing out the good stuff, even though the fucking world's even watching you, eventually people will watch you. And boy, your consistency will pay off. And this is the truth of the existence anyway. That's nature. So funny how the ultra successful will tell those who are not, you really actually had no idea how close you were to being successful. You just gave up right before it was about to kick in for you. Oops. Don't give up. Be relentless like a fucking pit bull. That's how you win with good sense. Because if you could avoid the pitfalls while doing, you can quickly take the fast track and step up quickly. No? No? Is that right? Is that true? All right, Frankie. It also supports XRPL's growing focus on real-world asset tokenization. You just witnessed me reining my own self in, because I tend to be a little knucklehead. Sometimes I got to pull myself in. With a $692 million market value, it's such a hard thing to say. I don't know why. That thing, you know what the fuck it is. The thing that's doing the tokenized gold is one of the largest tokenized treasury funds available. Its launch on XRPL diversifies investor access and expands liquidity options. Remember what we said and what you now know. Well, I parroted it to you. You need to find out for yourself that liquidity is the key to markets. They just said in the article, its launch on XRPL, sorry, my cat just freaked me out. Its launch on XRPL diversifies investor access and expands liquidity options. XRPL continues to attract institutions by adding regulated asset platforms. Guggenheim Treasury Services has introduced its nice Irish place. Its digital commercial paper, kidding, that definitely is not Irish, DCP platform on XRPL. Okay. Digital commercial paper platform on XRPL. Very quickly. Sorry, gotta know. Can't not know. That's where you gotta get to. Digital, where you can't not know. If you don't know, you must know. The deficiency in the knowledge is simply unacceptable. Digital commercial paper refers to commercial paper, a short-term debt instrument that is issued and traded on a blockchain platform. It's essentially a digital representation of traditional commercial paper. Interesting. Offering increased efficiency and accessibility. According to CoinDesk, a recent example is the launch of DCP on the XRP Ledger. We're fucking covered right now. Oh, I love the the connectivity of it all, of the research administered by Guggenheim Treasury Services and tokenized by Zeconomy. We just learned that. Commercial papers are short-term, unsecured, permissionary note issued by corporations and financial institutions to raise funds for immediate needs like working capital. That's fucking about as big as it gets in the world of finance as far as I'm concerned. It's typically to keep everything moving and flowing and smoothly moving along. It's typically used to finance short-term liabilities and can be a more flexible financing option than bank loans. What makes it digital? DCP, or digital commercial paper, leverages blockchain technology to represent and manage these short-term debt instruments. This means the issuance trading and settlement of the paper can be done on a distributed ledger and can now, perform RTGS, or real-time gross settlements. Holy shit! Potentially offering benefits like increased transparency, yes, faster transaction times, and reduced cost. Holy shit. Let's see an example of digital commercial paper. This shit gets me so excited. It's so boring to people. This shit's so interesting to me. Example of digital commercial paper on XRPL, according to a post on X. Guggenheim Treasury Services launched a DC. I think we can stop saying formerly Twitter. Nobody really gives a shit about Twitter anyway. What a stupid name. Sorry, Frank. Try to be nice. X is much cooler. Thank you, Elon, for creating and calling it X. And by the way, love you, Elon. And love you, Elon. Think you're cool. World's being kind of mean to you. I like you. Guggenheim Treasury Services launched a DCP program on the XRP Ledger, XRPL, making the first native issuance of commercial paper on the platform. The program is administered by Guggenheim Treasury Services and uses the Zeconomy platform for tokenization and management. This DCP is secured by U.S. Treasuries and is rated Prime 1 by Moody's. And we all know who Moody's is. We could do an episode on that because they're pretty crucial as far... Oh, we're not going to get into Moody's. Yes, we are. Let's do it. Side research on Moody's. Commercial paper ratings, not mood gummy commercial that you get at the cannabis store. We're not talking about that. Rating symbols definition. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The ratings and definitions. Deposit ratings, clearing counterparty ratings, counterparty risk ratings, corporate family ratings. Let's start with one. Let's start with clearing counterparty ratings. The clearing counterparty rating, CCR, reflects Moody's opinion of a central counterparty. So Moody's gives its opinions, is what Moody's does. They're similar, I think, to kind of like an ISO, International Standard of Operations, giving best practices codes and saying, oh, this is what we say and think because we're the experts. Oh, really? Yeah, Moody's been around for a long time, and people have been respecting Moody's for quite some time now in the financial world. I do not know a lot about Moody's, and right now I fucking don't give a shit, really, because I'm sidetracking too much with researching. Let's get back to the article, Guggenheim Treasury Services. Ooh, before we do that, let's get back to, let's keep share screen going. Yeah. Guggenheim Treasury Services has introduced its commercial paper on XRPL, as we now know. This follows its Ethereum deployment and offers blockchain-based access to short-term debt instruments. The platform is backed by U.S. Treasury bonds and offers customized maturity options. To date, DCP handles over $280 million in assurances. The shift to XRPL reflects growing interest in scalable and cost-efficient alternatives. XRPL's low fees and finality make it suitable for enterprise-grade financial instruments. That's huge shit. I'm reading it like it's no big deal. This is fucking huge for XRPL and XRP moving forward. Never financial advice. The shift to XRPL reflects growing interest in scalable and cost-efficient alternatives. XRPL's low fees. What do y'all want, high fees or low fees?
I'll take the high fees.
No, you want the fucking low fees compared to others, especially when it's significantly so much lower, 0.00001 XRP per transaction. The shift to XRPL reflects growing interest in scalable and cost-efficient alternatives. XRPL's low fees and finality make it suitable for enterprise-grade financial instruments. Ripple has pledged a $10 million investment into the DCP platform, underlining Ripple's commitment to expanding XRPL's financial infrastructure. It also signals confidence in XRPL's potential for institutional-grade products. Ripple CTO David Schwartz confirmed that XRPL will integrate an Ethereum virtual machine and EVM sidechain in Q2 of 2025, which they already did. The project is being built by Ripple, and I'm pretty sure they're finished with that, and Persist using the EVM OS stack. The sidechain is currently running on a testnet. Okay, so maybe that's what they're doing, but I thought they finished. I thought it was up now. The EVM compatibility chain will support Ethereum smart contracts while retaining XRPL's speed and cost efficiency. Here comes XRP to save the day, making speedy bridge. It will connect the XRPL mainnet through the Axelar bridge. Remember what they said? Remember that video? Axelar, he said on the XRPL, we'll play this video back in 5 years or something, or whatever, 3 years, that all this crazy value would be running on the XRPL through Axelar. Wrapped XRP will serve as the gas token on the EVM chain. Oh, really? Really? Well, think about what that might do to XRP. It's being used as the gas token on the EVM chain. Doesn't that burn it up? Don't we burn gas? The sidechain will unlock new uses, taking it out of existence forever because XRP is pre-mined. So if we burn it up, it's gone forever. Pretty sure. The sidechain will unlock. I think that's a very underestimated and undervalued point that is not being brought up by the community. That I know there are billions of XRP, but there's a limited supply. You can create more. Yeah, but there'd have to be a large, I'm pretty sure have to be a large node agreement to go ahead and do that, make that happen. I don't know if that's happening. I think that the XRP we have is the XRP we have. And are we underestimating how potent and how powerful the scarcity and demand for this XRP and how small of a supply we will see in the decades to come as it is burned and burned and burned and burned and burned? Never financial advice. Are we really thinking about this? That these billions of XRP are going to turn into just maybe some hundreds of thousands or a million or so in the future? But they can make more. What if they don't? Why aren't we asking? Why aren't we seeing down the road as visionaries and saying, holy shit, hang on now. This shit's pre-mined. I know there's billions of it. That's just today. What about fucking 2 decades from now? 3 decades from now? Oh, shit. But they can make more. Well, if they make more, then they do. But if they don't, I want to get real quick to the Apex meeting that happened last Wednesday. Why?
because Brad says some shit. He says some good shit. He says some good stuff.
Brad said, Brad has said that they're going to do everything they can to make sure XRP is successful. Brad Garlinghouse, bear with me, guys. Brad Garlinghouse interview. Not on a YouTube. We know we can grab her on the old X. And let's make sure that we are doing the old screen share. And we are. And let's see what our good sir has.
The United States SEC filed its lawsuit against Ripple.
Sorry.
As many of you know, just over 4 years ago, the United States SEC filed its lawsuit against Ripple. I'm finally able to announce that this case has ended.
This is such an old clip, Frankie. Hang on, guys. That's an older clip. Yeah, that's an older clip. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I love Stu doing the point. This dude. Yep. Yeah, you know, Ripple's not going, as Brad Garlinghouse and JD. No, Ripple's not doing anything. They're not going anywhere. You know, we've already seen that video. Where's our new video? "60 minutes. No comment. We're supposed to be nice." Yeah, that's interesting. Where the hell is this video though? Hold on, guys. I won't find it. I'm gonna grab it now. Hold on. Ooh. That's an interesting video too. This is also an interesting video. Here, let's see if we can grab a good version of it. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. They're not going to play it. Why don't you just give me the... Nope. Give me the video. This one will. Okay, well, that's cool. That's the article. This was yesterday's topic, and I think the day before, XRP could capture 14% of Swift. Yeah, I said like 19, 20%, and some of the guys I've been listening to are saying like 20, 30%, and I'm tending to agree. I think I am low. I agree. There's a few. I think it was 24 Hours Crypto or, no. Superior X. Crypto Superior X, both awesome. Check these guys out, please. These guys are really good. Part of my research. Boy, do these guys break it down. You want to talk about a researcher and having a research team, Crypto Superior X, hats off to you, sir. Go check this guy's channel out. This guy's awesome. So we covered this yesterday, and we don't need to. I know that we're trying to find this video. What I was trying to do, just so you know, is find that video on Brad where he's talking about how they're committed to I didn't type in the right thing. I'm going to do it now. Well, how here, let's see. Brad Garlinghouse X video post of him stating that Ripple is 100% committed to XRP's future success. Let's see. Let's see if this will play it. I guess that is the video, and let's go ahead then and just do it, because apparently this is the video that says it.
As many of you know, just over 4 years ago, the United States SEC filed its lawsuit against Ripple. I'm finally able to announce that this case has ended. It's over. Sitting here today and reflecting on 4 years ago, it seems very clear to me that this case was doomed from the start. In so many ways, it was the first major shot fired in the war on crypto. I truly felt like I knew then that Ripple was not only on the right side of the law, but I felt that we were also going to be proven to be on the right side of history.
It really, I think, sends an ominous sign for innovation around cryptocurrency in the United States. Picking winners in general has not been something the US government should be in the business of doing.
I think the judge realizes this is not just about Ripple, this will have broader implications.
As Mary Jo White, the former head of the SEC, has said publicly that she views this as a dead wrong, and the SEC is dead wrong on this decision.
Ripple is the first company with the resources, determination, and grit to fight back against the agency's overreach. And today, this journey finally concludes. Today is a victory and a long overdue surrender by the SEC. The SEC, under Chairman Gary Gensler, went after the whole industry, using the same arguments they used against us. They weren't out to protect investors. They were out to intimidate and terrorize. The regulator, whose primary purpose is to protect investors, went all in on a non-fraud, victimless lawsuit and wiped out $15 billion of value from innocent XRP holders. The SEC was the market manipulator. The SEC wasn't seeking justice. They were seeking to win a case at any cost. Forces inside our government aligned with the SEC and embarked on a campaign of debanking anyone associated with the crypto industry. This was lawfare, a war of legal terror. Fortunately, the judge rebuked the SEC multiple times in this journey. First, for lacking a, quote, faithful allegiance to the law. The SEC was sanctioned in our case for discovery abuses, and the pattern was repeated in other crypto cases.
Well, let's just say they're trying to confuse you.
We won then on every critical legal point, proving that the digital asset XRP is not a security. That is now the law, and those wins have laid the groundwork for policymakers to adopt a set of rules for crypto that are in line with nearly a century of securities law. With today's news, the war on crypto has ended in defeat for those who turned our own government against a technology and an entire industry. I'm heartened that we have paved the way for other industry players to see the value in not backing down, and for others to use our legal playbook to fight back. We are now closing a chapter in crypto history. I think we're all stronger for our prior litigation successes and today's landmark victory. Progress is worth fighting for. We won multiple pro-crypto victories at the ballot box last year. It's time to make the US the crypto capital of the world. Thankfully, we have new leadership in the executive and legislative branches of our government. That leadership is actively seeking a rational and constructive way forward on crypto. Let's make the most of this. This is an incredibly promising moment. Let's come together. Let's leave the tribalism behind. Let me make it clearer that my main message, what Ripple's main message today, is about gratitude. It's gratitude to everyone who stood by us, to every Ripple employee, to the incredible legal team here at Ripple, led by the best chief legal officer in the business, Stu Alderodi. Gratitude certainly to the XRP family, to our customers, to our partners. Thank you. We couldn't have won this battle without all of you being behind us and working together. I truly believe we all agree there's immense opportunity with the largest economy in the world finally taking a pro-crypto and pro-innovation approach to build this technology in order to solve real-world problems for people around the planet. This was a fight Ripple never wanted, but one we knew we had to win. And today, emphatically, we have. Thank you.
Well, well, well. Well, 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 well. What do we all think about all of this? All right, well, for those of us who are paying attention, for those of you who are paying attention to crypto, we only have so much attention to focus, right? We happen to be focused on crypto. We've got a few people in the chat coming in this morning. Thank you for hopping in and watching, folks. Please tap the like and subscribe if you want to learn more about cryptocurrency and XRP and XDC and XLM and the like. And while we're getting close to our wrap up here, I'm going to do what I love to do, which is so freaking fun for me, a little calculator exercise. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and share the screen and pull up the old CoinMarketCap. Now, let's choose, well, we can choose XRP. I think that would be apropos. Let's get to its all-time chart here, and let's get back to XRP sometime around 2015 or so. Let's say in the fall, you heard from that friend, and you're like, what, XRP? Yeah, it's something. It's going to be blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't know if I really believe you. Okay. But I've trusted you in the past, and you've been right. So I'm going to try, and I've got just a little, I'm probably going to lose this money, but let me take, $1,000 and just try it. F it. $1,000. It's not that much money to me. It's okay. And let me go ahead and grab at 0.0076 per share. Let me go ahead and grab 131,578 shares of XRP back here in on September 20th in 2025. The trading fees, whatever. Okay, so fine. So take your 578 shares or whatever it is, or more. At this price, it's more than that, but who cares? Let's call it 130,000 shares that I've walked away with. Here's a calculator exercise. The channel is never for financial advice. It never was. It never will be. Okay. For educational and entertainment purposes only. We've got 130,000 shares of XRP because we purchased it back on September 20th at 0.0076 cents per share, and we bought $1,000 worth. So we took $1,000 and we divided it by 0.0076 cents. We came out with 131,578 shares. We're going to call it 130,000 shares. Now, once XRP did its thing and the loss, people thought it was going to go forever, but who knew? It went to an all-time high of, I think, 385 or something. All-time high, 384 according to CoinMarketCap. Who knows? Nah, whatever. Their accuracy. But anyway, let's call it 384. Didn't want to go cash it out, but if I did, would have made half a milski, but decided to not do that, though, of course, and keep the 131,000 shares, and decided to wait until the point comes where XRP does its, I don't know, let's call it let's not jump to 200x just yet, but let's call it a 20x. Let's call it $20, 60 cents. A 20x from here, $20.60. Sorry, $21.60. Is that right? $21.60. Wait, hang on. Yeah, $21.60, a 10x. Obviously 100x, $216. Let's go 100x because that's not a big deal from here in a few years, never financial advice. So we've got a $216 XRP with 131,573 shares. And we are sitting with about $28,419,000. That's not financial advice. That's $28,419,000 dropping $1,000 in when XRP hits $216. And if you don't think XRP is going to hit $216 over the next years, I don't know what the fuck you're paying attention to concerning crypto, because it ain't this. You're not watching. You're not paying attention. Sorry. Anyway, geez, that was kind of rough, Frank. Don't be so rough with people. It's not a big deal that they haven't followed crypto the way you have. You're going to be rough with them? Don't be rough, Frank. Be nice. Somebody once said to me once when I was younger, I was a kid, would say it to me frequently. Be nice, Frankie. You ever wonder why they might say it? I say that. That's why they call me the tank. Frank the Tank. Don't tank through life, Frank. Calm it down and be thoughtful. That's why I started learning about finance. Let's take another little gem on the list. How about y'all wake the hell up? I'm done being nice. Wake up. Not financial advice, another calculator exercise. My opinion on the channel. My opinion. You ever take a look at VeChain and see what that's all about? Who's had eyes on VeChain? This fucking chart. Yeah, who's had eyes on VeChain? What's its all-time high, like 19 cents or no, 27 cents. Okay, so you got a 27 cents all-time high. You can comfortably say rocking in the next bull run. That's at least a 3x past 29 cents. I'm going to call it a freaking 5x. Some won't even make it past all-time high, but I'm calling it a 3x to a 5x. I think we can almost, I'm not going to say 10x. Let's go. I think I'm going to call, I think a fib sequence, somebody correct me, is a 3x, a full sequence. Let's do it though times 5 and be more realistic. That's $1.45 for a VeChain. In my opinion, never financial advice on the channel, coming up $1.45. Now, my buddy who told me about VeChain back here in 2019, and I was like, oh, I have a few cats, and that's one of them I haven't seen in a little bit. Outdoor cats out on the ranch. On acreage in Colorado is where the tank is. On lots of acreage with horses, llamas, alpacas, goats, 4 goats, two alpacas, 2 llamas, 4 horses, 3 barn cats. You got some doggies and so forth. Yeah, we got a whole ecosystem, a whole ranch out here. Anyway, he told me about it back in 2019 in November. About that same time, he told me about that XRP. It was like November 20th, where it was 0.0041 cents. Oh, really? I took $1,000 and tried it. I tried it. VeChain for 0.0041 cents. I just tried it. It's not financial advice. My buddy told me about it back November 20th, 2019. I tried it. I figured, what the hell? I got 243,902 shares. Yeah, I had to pay my fee or whatever. Who gives a shit? Let's call it 243,902. So let's round it to all right, 243.9, okay? 243.9 times, don't forget 243.9 times 81, oh, I'm sorry, 135. Whoops. I think it was 04. So that's $329,270 for putting in $1,000. That's $329,000 for putting in $1,000 when this bull run rocks. Not financial advice. That's my opinion on the channel. On the channel, I'm not telling you to buy VeChain, and I'm not telling you to buy XRP. You do whatever the hell you want to do with your money. We're running through educational exercises here and scenarios that are not real life. That could possibly happen. Who knows? We're looking at scenarios that could have happened. Here, I'll give you another watch. I'll give you a scenario. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Everybody does this shit. It's fun. Let's take the old Solana. Okay, so back here, before Solana did its run, I bought a bunch of other crypto right around this time. No. Yeah, it was in here. It was winter. Yeah, it was in here. How funny. I just missed it. I was in here with Solana in January and February when it was starting to climb a little bit and saw it was something. It was actually right around here in January because it was still at only $1 something. And I don't remember what, but let's call it like $1.50 because it was somewhere in here. And I said to the wife, this Solana is another one, honey. Maybe we should look at purchasing. And I didn't. And I said, let's just try it. Let's try it. What if we did $1,000 of it and tried it? No, we didn't do it. And then I said in the same conversation, what if we really got daring and tried $5,000 of it? It's going to be, we didn't do it and didn't do anything on Solana at $1.44. Let's say I took $1,000 at that time and I did actually do it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Nice job, Frank. At $1.44. And Solana, if I got anywhere near the all-time high, she went to $294 per coin. They're shares. I'm sick of saying coins. It's so dumb. We're trying to trade people. Come on, stop being dumb. Stop being so, it's got to be in blockchain vernacular. No, it doesn't. It's the same shit. Let's call it $280. I didn't call the top, let's just say. I would have made 194,444 smackaroonies. You know. What can you say about that? Anyway, yet another example of missed money-making opportunities. Let's look at another one that's going to at least a couple $100 a share. And if you don't think that's true, you're not paying attention to crypto and you don't know crypto. Boy, I'm really bold. I'm a bold sumbitch. Guys, if you don't see in the world that Stellar XLM is going to, hold on, let's call it it's easily 1,000x, but let's just call it half that. Let's call it a 500x. You got a $12.50 Stellar XLM coming in the future, according to the Tank's opinion. And it is not financial advice. It is my opinion that Stellar is going to a lovely 50x at least. And I'm being silly with that. I'm going to call her a 75x to get more real. $18.75. $18.75 coming up, in my opinion, for an XLM in a few years or so. We're still at 25 cents. I mean, I like going back in time, but we don't need to. But if we did at 0.00018, a grand. Whoops. You got yourself 5 million, not you, me. I decided to spend $1,000. Sorry, that's not correct. My apologies. You got yourself 555 shares of the old XLM if you purchase $1,000 worth at 0.0018 cents back in April 14th in 2016. If somebody did that and spent a grand, you divide that by 0.0018, you got yourself 555,555 shares of the old XLM. Now that shit is going to that $15 mark that we called. You know it is. What did I call it? $18.75 actually. $18.75. Not financial advice. Oh, I got myself $10,416,666. Holy shit. 0.6656. Love the numbers. 666 isn't bad unless you're bad, because you're a carbon-based being, and all 666 represents is the carbon-based element that holds 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons in its structure. Oh, shit. It's all that it is here on the planet Earth, which is all carbon-based stuff. All that's earthly or beastly. The number of the beast. Ooh, let's scare everybody. Holy shit. Wake the fuck up. Anyway, little info for you there this morning on the old 666. Now you can go, don't research it. Research good stuff, not bad stuff. Let's keep our minds on the positive stuff. So that's a lot of dough, yo. That's some crazy shit. Millions and millions of dollars. I'm doing one more, and I'm going to do it on VeChain, more realistically on VeChain. Here goes the old VeChain. Let's do this exercise again on VeChain. We'll get to its all. Here you go. You know that its all-time high, of course, was 27 cents. We're going to do a more realistic on VeChain. Now, somebody told me about VeChain back here when it was 0.0028. And I wasn't really sure, but I got enough money to do it. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. Screw it. I've trusted this friend before. I've actually tried to trade with this friend who told me about VeChain, crypto and stuff and VeChain. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know. I can handle it. I'm going to do it. 0.00284. So I bought myself 1,760,563 shares of VeChain. Not financial advice, a calculator exercise. Why did I do that? Because my buddy told me about it way back when it was that inexpensive. And I said, you know what? I'm taking $5,000 and I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to try it. 27-cent all-time high. I am going to blow past that with confidence with a couple of fib sequences, which I think I'm correct, and call it a 10x, which is totally realistic for this sucker moving forward. And it is not financial advice. And you do whatever the hell you want with your money, because I know my shit. You just don't maybe know what we know yet. Maybe you do. A lot of yous know way more than I know, which is cool. And if you do and when you do, and you know the answers, just shout them out down in the comments and teach me about crypto, because I love learning too. We like to keep the ego in its proper place where it belongs, steering the ship of survival where it belongs, not in our everyday dealings. So what I'm going to do now is take that $2.70 and I'm going to multiply it by that 1,760,563 shares that we have. And now I've got myself 4,753,520 before tax. And that's not financial advice. That's a little calculator exercise with crypto. Are you guys going to start getting on the fucking ball or not, yo? That's what I'm saying. Get on the ball. I love to get excited and have poppy, poignant little dynamic moments. Somebody said one time, Frankie has a martial arts background from way back. I don't say it on the channel. I have a 4th degree master black belt in Shaolin Kung Fu and karate. You probably didn't know that. Why would you? And who gives a shit? I'm a master with weapons as well. Saber, sword. I love it. Yes, I'm a master. You don't have to call me master. Why would you? If you trained martial arts with me, you would. I opened a school in Connecticut and closed it very quickly on Wesleyan campus years ago. Oh boy, was that fun. Yeah. So anyway, why don't y'all have fun with what the world has to offer? Just truth be known, side note about me to close this thing, why I am a master 4th degree black belt instructor in Shaolin Kung Fu is because I decided to look at the key cornerstones in life, which I believe are health. I didn't look at finance at the time, although I did start getting better at it because I was able to open a school and things and have the abilities to do that. But, the key cornerstones in life were dominating everything I realized and governing all we do. And I was kind of sick of it. And so one of them I decided to take hold of, which is physical well-being. So health, including protection of one's body, that they're feeding good things into and exercising well and things consistently. And then to say, wait a minute, I need to protect this being. And to the best of my ability, right? So got myself a 4th degree master black belt and with some brothers of mine. God bless you. I love you guys. Hello, guys. Steve and Jeremy and the like and the bunch. Steve and Jeremy and everybody else. I love you guys. My brothers. But yeah, I was sick of being whipped around by the key cornerstones of life, which are health and protection of one's body, finance, right? Relationships. I got better with relationships. I used to be a big jerk to people, I think, a lot of the time. And I think people would say that. I've tried to get better with that. Relationships are crucial. And being nice and kind to people is a crucial point in life to the best that we can. We all lose our temper and get aggravated. But yeah, I said, you know what? I need to protect. And so I went crazy on martial arts and did what I did and have fun with that. But then I decided 5 years ago to do this with finance, which I thought was a crucial thing for me to take hold of another key cornerstone that whips the humans around like a wet dish rag, which is called finance. And boy, am I going to get crazy at the end of the stream here, because how long have we been on for? An hour and 23 minutes, which ain't shit on a Sunday. We'll stay on a little longer. Frank, stop swearing on Father's Day and Sunday, the holy day. Sorry, guys. Here's the dilly willy. What I'm saying is that concerning finance and learning and investing, never financial advice. This is for educational purposes. I can tell you from experience. A human, in my opinion, is much happier when we have finances under control. Once we learn this crucial piece and become good at, some people think they're pretty good at it. I did too. I thought I was pretty good at it. Even when I started learning it 5 years ago, my first couple of years, I'm like, now I know. And I'm kind of doing the same thing now. I really don't know shit compared to what I'll know in 5 years, because I'm not going to stop learning. But on that road, folks that, the X, the whomever, who have been very good with finances over the years, and I've watched and even learned some things from, so hats off to you, the X and some others who are very good with finance and have proven to be excellent with finance. Good for you. And friends of mine. I now am taking a road that is trailblazing and has those that I learned from, again, like the X and friends of mine who were very good with finance, who compared to where I am at now are in a spot where they could learn from me. I don't think they would to get to my knowledge base where I am now with finance and what I know and how I understand it. And to help them to handle their money a little better, perhaps not use the advisor, to show them that they can beat the financial advisor's numbers consistently, like we do here on the channel, not financial advice. It's not even a big deal. It's actually pretty easy to do on a longer time frame, a longer time horizon. It's difficult to do on the shorter the time horizon you get to, you learn with finance, the more difficult it is to do to become consistently percentage-wise profitable with your investing. When we hold a longer term, the longer we hold, the more successful we can be, the better our chances, the less we need to know about finance and investing, more like a child can do it kind of thing, just knowing basics. But you've got to know a little bit about charts and indicators and know where things are going based on where they've been in the past, based on key TA or technical analysis and chart patterns to show us fib sequences and, 50-day, 200-day MAs or moving averages and RSI, relative strength indexes, and key indicators that show us where we're going to go moving forward. When you get on tighter time horizons, short time frames, very difficult to become like a swing trader or even tighter time frame, a day trader that's just like on this 30-second, they got 30-second time charts, candlestick charts up. So yeah, I mean, I'm not into all that stuff either, but I'm happy that I'm at the spot that I'm at here where I can help people out, hopefully, who want to learn a little bit. I'm new on the road, but there are some new folks who I can help with. I can help just to educate. And hey, what's going on, Luke? I see you. And Luke, I know you're paying attention to crypto, right? We're all paying attention. I mean, what are we paying attention to? We only have so much attention. I don't begrudge anybody for not paying attention to crypto. I don't know if people think that or not. Just because I'm so into it, it's my thing. People are like, oh, he thinks people aren't into crypto are stupid or whatever. Nah, I don't give a shit. You do what you want with your time and your life and your money. Get off my channel if you don't like crypto. Get out of here. Scram, skedaddle. We don't need you. Yeah, stay on the channel even if you don't like us. We love you just the same. We're going to wrap her up. We hope that you enjoy your Sunday morning. I have never figured out how to have this streaming program. So, Luke, when you see this video, my production guy, please tell me how in the world it's like the thing reads my mind. It's creepy. And like when I say I'm going to get off the stream before I'm done, it'll like take me off the stream. I'm just like, what the hell? And I think it's because I'm reviewing it again because there's a 10-second delay. So you don't like do something wacky like strip naked live on stream in front of YouTube and everyone's like, wait, what? You see what happened on YouTube? Like there's a 10-second delay when you stream live for such to protect against such things. Nobody's told me that. I'm just a processing person. So I'm thinking, whoa, that made it sound like I was crazy. No, I process and I came to that and said, wait a minute, they're going to have a delay. You can't just be live on YouTube doing wacky shit. And all of a sudden it's too late and YouTube's like, oh shit. Anyway, I think that's what's at work, but I am going to say, wrap her up. Stop yapping her up, Franker. You better frickin' subscribe to my channel, you some bitches who be creeping and watching in the background and not subscribing. Stop being creepy and subscribe, you little weirdos. And I hope you enjoy your day-to-day, you little weirdos. I love you all. Where the F did my Caleb go? Because you know I'm always going to end off on that shit. Oh, yeah. Now, you better get yourself to some Caleb or else you're being kind of stupid. And I'm not afraid to say it to you because you know I love you. So if I love you, I'm not going to coddle you and pull you along and pretend that things are all hunky-dory when you're doing stupid shit. My opinion is you be doing stupid shit in crypto if you don't get on board with Caleb and Brown. And if you go check out what Caleb and Brown is and why they are who they are and how no one else in the world of crypto is doing what they're doing, you will see the truth and you will say, holy sheep shit. Why did it take me so long to get onto Caleb? So open your freaking eyes and get on Caleb. Our link is down below. I love you all. I'm a really cheery and happy, awesome, kind, loving, fun-loving guy 90% of the time. Even though you see me on this channel tweak out about the nonsense that goes on and the happenings in the crypto space with jackassery and things like people thinking, oh boy, I don't know. I don't want to get negative anymore. I want to stay positive. I want you to know that this is never financial advice on the channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this old stuff right here that will never go away. We're still going to use it, right? And we are going to make this shit move. I can't quite do it so fast, but we're going to make this shit move the way that emails move across the planet, the speed at which emails move or information moves. And in closing here, if you've ever noticed, we're not seeing money move at the speed that information moves, and it should, and it will, and it's coming, and it may move even faster than this. But please know this shit's coming at you fast. Bam! How's that for a short, Luke?